Good morning, Uganda. Good morning, everyone. I'm Pastor SSENYONJO VAMUBUSIBE from VAMUBUSIBE Church in NANSANA. I'm so happy to be here today. You know, every day is a great day, because if it is not the grace of God, you may not find it. As I speak, many people have lost their lives. By the way, for some of you who have lost your relatives, your friends, may God strengthen you, because that's something we can't get used of or get used to. People of VAMUBUSIBE Church, I thank you so much. For some of you who have been enjoying these teachings every morning, I want to welcome you, because I have ever seen some people who call me from very far and you say, Sumba, we would want to come, but we are very far. But you know, with life you have to invest in. So that transport that you have to pay to come is not so greater than your life. I want to encourage everybody to come and be part of us. Because at VAMUBUSIBE Church we have services every day from Monday to Friday, but in the evening that's after work. We even made arrangements that if you come from far, you can come and then stay somewhere, then after that in the morning you can leave. So don't fear that. Yes. Now today I want to share about the weakness of not finishing things. I was reading in the Bible about a certain story. You know, for us in our family, we grew up Christian, but I'm not a Christian now. Why? Because God is not a Christian. I'm not religious. We had God in Africa before the coming of all religions, so don't be offended. The more you follow some people's cultures, the more you are enslaved. But I love God. There is a very great difference between religion and God. Okay? But when I was reading the Bible, I saw the God of the Bible, that He created. At first the world was messed up, and then He created heaven and earth. That one was the first implication, that God does not live in heaven, because how would He create something that He was in? He created heaven and earth, meaning that He was somewhere else. Then after that He separated the water from the seas, light from darkness. He created the green plants, created the creatures of the seas, the birds, the animals. Then after that, after all that, on the sixth day, the fifth day, created man. And then He told him to dominate the world. But if you look at this story, that God finished things. He could not go to another task before finishing the first task. Now there is a certain bondage of Sebe upon people that makes them to diversify things, but they don't accomplish any. Let me give you an example openly that you can, everybody will understand. You go get a friend and tells you that there is a good car that can make good money somewhere. They say, if you buy this pickup car or tipper what, it will make money for you. How much is it? It is 85 million. Then you go pay 60 million. Then after that, amidst the journey, as you are paying, somebody again comes and says, there is land. Land is somewhere in the other city or the other road. They are selling it only 40 million. It is very cheap. You get some 10 million, you go and pay part of it. Then as you are paying that, again another one comes and say, hey, all your friends have introduced their wives. Why don't you introduce yours? Then you begin introduction plans. You begin meetings. From there again somebody tells you, people are making money in UK. Why don't you go to UK? Then you begin to process a visa. From there again somebody says, you can't be a man without a home. Begin to build a home. You begin to build a house. So at the end of the day, you'll begin things and you'll never finish them. Many people have been victims of that problem. You begin different things, but you don't accomplish them. For some of you who read the Bible, just as I've told you, go and see the example of that God of Israel. He could not go to the second task when he has not finished the first task. It is a kind of bondage where people begin things and don't finish any. You pay half of the land, you have not finished. You even don't have its documents. You go and begin to pay for a new car. You have not finished the car. Again, you are going to build a house. You have not finished the house. You are processing visa to US. You have not yet gone. You are preparing an introduction ceremony. Gwegundi, what's wrong with you? That's another level of confusion where people miss up. I was one time, I'm not a footballer. I don't love football. But one time I got a chance to listen to a certain coach who was training some young boys. One of the techniques that he insisted on them was to be calm. He told them, don't hurry, don't rush, don't panic. Please settle down, make decision. Don't just give out the ball because the ring is just near here. So, kubabukubi. Some people tend to say, please, you shoot, please. Those people who are outside the field, they tend to direct those who are playing. But the coach told these boys, be calm. First, make a proper decision. And they were asking him, but again, the opponent may be near. He told them, be calm. If you are calm, then you are going to score goals. In the same way in life, there is no way you are going to reach your goals, to reach your vision without being calm, without finishing one task after another. Some of you began building houses, but they are at the window stage now for 2 years, now for 7 years. You wasted a lot of money, but you look at it and then you have begun other things. You begin to do business. You have not impacted it with good capital. Again, you go to another one. And sometimes you can't control yourself. One of my friends told me that, you know, I can't stop dealing with different things because sometimes I may miss opportunity. Yes, that's very true. But if you don't finish what you have begun, sometime you may lose everything. Okay? So I just want you to go into that lane as we enter into this weekend. Go and be very, very careful with everything that you do begin. Lord, I thank you for everybody who has heard this word. And I pray that you bless them today. Some of them began things and they have not cleared them. One has begun paying for a certain piece of land, but he has not yet finished that. I pray that you bring provision so that he will reach the real goal. Somebody has begun the issues of building, but the house has failed to be finished, to be accomplished. Father, I pray that you help him with the provision. Some people prepared for introduction ceremonies now for 3 years. They even planned meetings. They even planned to buy some items, but they have not done it well. Lord, I pray that you provide to them. For anybody who has begun anything, but when it has not gone through, I pray for special provision. I pray for special help this morning. Let this season be a season of accomplishment. Lord, I pray that as it is to the successful people, let it be to those who are struggling to be successful, so that your grace will be upon them. Lord, I thank you because it is done now and forever we go. Think about finishing everything that you began. That's my mandate to remind you. I'm Pastor SSENYONJO of VAMUBUSIBE. Call me for prayer on 0752 229680. Or you can WhatsApp me on 0782 229680. For some of you who can come one-on-one, I'll meet you every Wednesday. Come and you join me at VAMUBUSIBE Church from 8 a.m. up to 3 p.m. I'm right in my office. Don't die with problems, please. I can help you by the grace of God. Every day of the week and evening after work, we have divine fellowship. Come and be impacted with the power of knowledge and wisdom to do things right. On Sunday, 10 a.m., we have fellowship. My YouTube channel is Pastor SSENYONJO VAMUBUSIBE. When you rate PR VAMUBUSIBE, the page will come and then you subscribe. We are located at Hoima Road, at NANSANA, opposite Naweru Main Road, and you slope down. Don't just listen to these words and leave them to go. God loves you. Don't be confused with discrimination. These days, people tend to tell their fellow, because you don't come to our church, you will not be blessed, you will go to hell. Please don't go with the deception. God is with you. He loves you. He is with you. Do stand and do what is right. Things are gonna be okay for you. People of VAMUBUSIBE Church, I want to remind you, please, we are continuing with our services. Come and be part of them. And don't miss. We love you so much wherever you are, in the diaspora, in Uganda and everywhere. May God bless you. I'm Pastor SSENYONJO. We meet next time.